Hey, yo, peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I just want to give this quick disclaimer. There's going to be a major cut of content, and it's going to start when I mentioned the part about 23-year-olds and a guy being 38 talking to 23-year-olds, and then it's just going to shift. Where that content went, I don't know. I recorded the whole thing. It's just gone. So there's nothing wrong with your app. You didn't skip ahead on accident. It's just gone. And I don't remember what I said. And everything that I said in here was needed, and I can't redo this. So, um, yeah, make do with what you can make do with. The most important pieces that I wanted to cover are still here. So, I guess that's a plus. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the episode. Thank y'all for listening. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Just Seen podcast. And today, as you've seen from the title, we're going to be talking about prizes. And for my sisters that are tuning in, no, I'm not directing this solely at you. This is going to be an extended metaphor for the conceptualization of prizes. I'm going to work both sides of this motherfucker, all right? So it's not going to be like, ooh, I'm pointing out the shit that y'all talk about because y'all always talking about we the prize, this, that, and the third. Because now we have a new era. We have a new era, dudes talking about I'm the prize too. But I really want to address this situation because, um, not to be funny, we had people, a lot of times we don't look at the barriers that we had in high school. High school, like we look at life as a whole and we be like, yo, motherfuckers treat this shit like high school. One thing we forget about high school, whether we go to college, whether we go to the workforce, whatever the case may be, we be like, motherfuckers got high school petty drama, whatever the case may be. One thing we forget about high school is that we were separated into classes, slow classes, regular classes, um honors classes, the AP classes, all right? That applies in some way to this. So I want you to keep that in mind. You ain't got to remember it, and you know what I'm saying, but keep that in mind when we talk about prizes, because this episode is going to expound upon that. Because what I end up seeing is that the conversation is blurred because we have people that aren't willing to actually put in the necessary work to be a valuable prize, but they think their prize is the highest value, and vice versa. We have the people that have a certain level that they can afford prize wise, but they think they're entitled to more. You feel what I'm saying? And this is all across the board. This is all across the spectrum. Like I'm in a space now where I'm starting to like my tunnel vision, because my tunnel vision is done as far as like building, entrepreneurship and doing my brands and shit. Because my tunnel vision is done, my regular vision is heightened now. And I see a lot of shit that I was not really paying attention to because it didn't bother me. I wasn't, I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck about it. But I give a fuck now because I'm seeing how everybody's complaining about the same shit, but nobody wants to address the systematic connection to all of this shit. How all of this shit is the same. How motherfuckers have universal red flags, but they all individuals. Like how you the prize, how you special, and how you this, but you got a same red flag as another motherfucker, or you got the same green flag as another motherfucker, right? Nobody's taking into account that they're the individual. They're an individual person. But then again to that, nobody's paying attention to the totality of why relationships don't work, why relationships are built to fail. Like we're not addressing that. We can't, like, we get on whatever podcast, whatever TV show, whatever social media. We get on this shit and we be like, why are relationships failing? As if they ever worked. As if they ever fucking worked. When we consider how the marriages and shit lasted 30, 40 years, did they work though? Like that's the thing. You can have tenure with something broken. Hence why a lot of us are recovering from fucked up parenthoods, fucked up childhoods, fucked up everything because of this very thing. The relationships didn't work. You feel me? Motherfuckers just stayed together through broken shit. You feel what I'm saying? There's no reason why millennials and Gen Z, however you want to look at it, have to go through therapy so motherfucking much. You feel me? Baby boomers don't know what the fuck went on. Gen X don't know what the fuck went on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's 4 generations I just named: baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z, and all of them fucked up and need help right now. And we looking at it as, oh, it's the stresses of the society. No, it's the home structure, because the actual relationship connection was never designed to work. It was never designed to produce anything fixed. It was designed to produce something broken. Do y'all hear that? This entire relationship structure was designed to create something broken. And We wonder why, like we say, I didn't fail. Yes, you did. We're all failing. All of us. The reason why we're failing because we're repeating a failing model. It's not hard. You feel what I'm saying? Some of us want to get like because our ego gets involved and we don't want to be viewed as a bad person. We don't want to be viewed as whatever the case may be. We say, oh, no, it wasn't me. It was the other person. No, we both participated in a failing system. That's why we keep repeating shit. It's the system. The system we've been programmed to fit into to be in relationships is designed to be broken because healthy relationships aren't profitable. At some point, y'all are going to understand that there's nothing that they do not monetize on in this country. Nothing, my guy. And it starts with the basic foundation of the home. But before the home happens, you have to have the fucked up relationship. Our relationships are designed to be fucked up. The reason why is because we're in a competitive world, right? So within the competitive world, this is why you have the prizes. It was different when it was just men that had to compete in the world. Because women stayed the fuck home. They cook, they clean. Oh no, we're women, hear us war. We got to come out this motherfucking feminism and shit. We can do what men do. See, now that y'all can do what men do, now y'all got to look at the reality of what that plays out into. Because it's not just men that have to compete with each other. It's men competing with men and men competing with women and vice versa. And everybody says women are on this tirade. I'm not competing with no man. When y'all decided to accept feminism and enter the workforce and do what men do, you decided to compete with men. And yet you still want to be the prize. You cannot be the trophy and a competitor in the game at the same fucking time. But before we dive heavy into that, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_scene_. Be sure to check out my website at IamJustScene.com to get all things that are just seen. To all those who tip, donate, and sponsor the podcast, you can do so. You are greatly appreciated. But to all those who would like to tip, donate, and sponsor the podcast, you can do so by clicking the link in the description of the podcast. Not the episode, but the podcast itself. Cash App and PayPal are just fine. And y'all know the vibes. That's that for this and that's this for that. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to dive into prizes, the reasons relationships don't work. And don't forget to visit IamJustSeen.com. There, you can get all things Just Seen. You want to add the So For Real series to your library? Visit IamJustSeen.com. You want to learn how to master the markets for serious trading and investing? Visit IamJustSeen.com. You want to get your hands on some exclusive merch like tees, hoodies, coffee mugs, hats, bags? Visit IamJustSeen.com. Are you thinking about transitioning into the plant-based lifestyle? Visit IamJustSeen.com. You ever want to just chat with Scene about anything from simple advice to mentorship? Visit IamJustScene.com. Anything and everything that is me, you can find at IamJustScene.com. So take a quick peek into my world to see why being just seen is nothing less but always more. Because you never really know what you need until you see it, and you will never see it unless you visit IamJustScene.com. Oh shit, damn it, motherfucker hot. Welcome back. Damn, burnt my damn mouth on this tea. I ain't let the shit cool off enough. But yeah, welcome back. But without further ado, we're gonna dive straight heavy into this motherfucker. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all like how I even came to this realization. Right. For one, it was a dream. Like no bullshit. Like I woke up like middle of the night, like with this entire podcast episode played the fuck out. I'm like, bruh, y'all couldn't let me sleep. Like it was gonna wait till the morning. I could have did it in the morning, but I already had a different podcast episode set that I was gonna do. And when that one came, I said, all right, I listen. So taking it back, feminism, all of this shit. Like I'm not gonna put blame on this group or that group. I'm gonna tell you the whole structure. This shit is based off competition. Simple. Now, everybody, why is misogyny? It's all been competition. Go back to Rome. I mean, like that episode was very foundational because as we develop, I'm gonna be mentioning a lot of pieces of how we're in the Roman Empire. We're in the Roman Empire still. It's just not calling itself the Roman Empire. We're doing all the shit that they did in the fucking Roman Empire, and we looking like we like yo. History repeats itself. This is how you know civilization is gonna fall because this, that, and the third. No. This is how you know civilization is solidified because you repeat the culture that was established when the culture was running. Like this shit ain't gonna fall. And I'm realizing why it's not gonna fall because you have the people fueling it. Right. So now when we get into the relationship status, like I'm seeing everybody like People date this, date that, date this, date that. Niggas can't get past dates. Niggas can't get past dates, homie. And the reason why motherfuckers can't get past dates is because of conceptualization of the prizes. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody feels they're better than they are. And I know that seems like being a little harsh, but literally everybody feels like they're better than they are. The reason why is because in this competitive world, in this competitive country that we build and when we go into academia and build called the job force and corporate America and everything, we create narcissism. Everybody's a narcissist. When we look at this everybody's a narcissist, therefore nobody's a narcissist because we're just a narcissistic culture. Relationships do not work in narcissistic realities because you have two motherfuckers that feel that they're better than the other. You feel what I'm saying? Women feel they're better than men. Men feel they're better than women because we're all narcissists according to the status. I've always wondered how low income people, poverty stricken people, all of that, why are they able to last longer? Because they feel like they don't have the same level of narcissism because they feel like they're at the bottom. I can't feel like I'm better than anybody when I'm in these problems. But these motherfuckers that actually have the quote unquote status and all of that shit, because we're going to get to the difference between status and essence. But the motherfuckers with status and shit, they feel like, oh, the higher up I go, the more options I have, the more narcissism you develop. We all narcissists. The problem is some of them don't go to the extreme into business, into other things like that, and actually be a public image or a brand. Like, it's like, oh, that's narcissism. That's this and third. I've heard, like, I was watching this thing where guy was like, yeah, if every girl, they said it's a red flag if every woman says her ex was a narcissist. She ain't lying. She ain't. Equally, same with a man. Every one of his exes is a narcissist. If you qualify yourself, if you call yourself, if you are in a space where you are quote unquote in the game, in the dating pool, and you're putting yourself in that, you want to be in that alpha space, you're a narcissist. Man or woman, you have to be. By default, narcissism is when you think well above yourself, but you have an innate feeling, not an innate, you have a deep feeling that you're greater than you are. It's a level of arrogance, but it's like arrogance squared or some shit, or maybe arrogance cubed. I don't know. But we're all narcissists. And we develop this narcissism based off of status. In the competition of the world, like when we graduated from high school, right? And we went into college. And the reason why I'm starting off at, yes, I went to college and I did all the other shit, but I'm starting off at high school because everybody stopped. Some people stopped at high school, some people kept going. But the ideation that status was relevant never stopped. So again, we kept pushing, I got to have a better status. I got to have a better status. With every degree you get, the more narcissism you develop. Now, when you're around other narcissistic college people, it don't matter. It's not until you don't see the imbalance shift until you start comparing yourself. You didn't even graduate from college. You didn't even graduate from high school. Okay, whatever. Oh, you just have a bachelor's. I got a master's in this, that, and the third. This is one of the things that plague Black women. Now, I understand y'all are the most educated women in the country, maybe even in the world, with all the degrees you got. You got multiple degrees, PhDs, and everything. And now y'all like, I can't find a man, or I can't find a man at my level. What does that mean? Is it level according to status or essence? Now, the metaphor that I'm gonna break down in a second is gonna put all of this shit in perspective. I promise you. That shit woke me up out of my sleep to actually say, damn, that was a good ass metaphor, homie. But that level of, not only that, especially when you look in the Black culture, once you reach that level, you can't fuck with Black people no more. Because in your mentality, like, no matter how, like, you have to know that they have degrees and shit. You automatically assume they don't. So you automatically, like, the narcissism is so real that in this education system, you're designed to be racist. And I don't even mean racist like you hate all races. No, you're designed to be a white supremacist racist. And you don't know it because you still can come back to reality and shit and be like, I'm still a nigga though. If they want to shoot me, they can. But my mentality is programmed with the same level of narcissism that is designed, that is created and crafted within the status of the education system. You feel me? Now I got a good job. I got this, and the third. Doctors, lawyers, and dentists, the highest professions that they give us, those are the most narcissistic people. Why are those people all single? Not all of them, But a lot of those people have difficulty dating. I just seen a dude who was a 38-year-old doctor, never had kids, never been in a never had kids, wasn't married and shit, and he's on a dating show with 23-year-olds. The motherfucker that sent the shit to me was like, I said, this is a huge problem. Cause he's talking about, yeah, you can't help me financially, you're a liability, and this, that, and the third. And everybody's like, yo, he's making sense. He's 38 talking to a 23-year-old. Am I the only one that sees that part? But nah, you got to understand, because this dating pool, he's 38 talking to 23-year-olds. What level of the totem pole is he in his world to where he has to step out to be the top of a group of 23-year-olds, my nigga? The girls are 23 and 24 years old, and I'm calling them girls because they're 10 years my junior. I'm like, nigga, you 38, you 5 years my junior, so you do the math. It's like, why are you with 23-year-olds? And then you feel like, oh, I'm going to tell. And in making yourself an available option, what are you doing to yourself? You feel me? You competing with men. Women keep saying, oh, I'm not going to compete. Like, I've heard women say stupid shit. And I'm saying women because I got to drive this point home until I get to the metaphor. Just keep getting in your feels. You see what I'm saying? They keep saying women are in a different space that they'll say, I'm not competing with men, but yet I want equal wages. Nigga, that's competition. You got to be able to compete with this man. You feel what I'm saying? I seen this post, and it was an actual, like, not a government. It was like a government type conversation. And the guy was saying, the lady was like, yeah, because the wage gap is so. He said, does the wage gap factor in hourly rate wages? She said, I don't think that it does, because he said, men work longer hours than women, typically. That would count for the wage gap. But again, when you just focus on the status, not the actual essence behind the shit, this is where you put yourself. So now, doing all of this fighting, like I said, bringing it back into the relationship side. These are the two motherfuckers who go to date. Niggas that's built off status. Men and women that are built off motherfucking status. I need someone who's going to be my equal. Nobody's your equal, homie. They're your complement. Either your complement or your harmonious function. There is no equal. Nobody's equal to anybody, because to be equal, you have to be the same. Now, if we have equals, that means we have to realize that we plugged into some shit that made us all the motherfucking same. Which is why everybody has universal red flags. This is one of the reasons why I always say a body count ain't a red flag for me, because I look at a body count differently. Now, a body count where you had abortions, diseases, and shit, like, oh, that's different. You reckless. You reckless. But you got a lot of bodies. You never had anything. You don't have any kids. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were safe. You were cautious with what you did. You were valuable. You were you maintained your essence. You wasn't just catching bodies. You knew what the fuck was happening. You was responsible with your shit. I look at it differently. You feel what I'm saying? So that's not a red flag for me. But somehow that's a universal red flag in the manosphere. It's a red flag because according to the status, she no longer has status. Why? Why have you allowed other people to dictate your reality? Because now it's like, okay, she's devalued. She's not going to allow my status to work. Now, this is real. When I wiped the hoe, now, like I said, I wiped the hoe because I didn't give a fuck about the red flag. She probably at the time, I think she had more bodies than me. And we was young. So I was like, damn. But I was like, damn, she got experience, bro. I don't got to teach her shit. That's been my thing the whole time. But walking in public, the laughs, and the nigga, he really cuffed that bitch. Like, nigga, nigga, that was everybody, bitch. Like, damn, you don't know, because you feel me? You don't know until after the fact. Like, I don't know who's snickering at me. I don't know who's looking, because they're not publicly fucking around. They're literally just fucking. Late night creeps, this, that, and the third. And then when you actually cuff her, and it's like kissing her in public and shit, motherfucker just, I know what that's like. I used to be that nigga. He was laughing at niggas. I'm like, man, that nigga kissing my dick, bro. Like, you just gave me some head 2 days ago. Like, shit like that. And then you be on the other side of the motherfucker. You feel me? Be on the side of the motherfucker. But fuck all that. Look. I like to keep it real, bro. I like to keep it real because I succumb to this shit too. It ain't no difference, but it's based off of the fact of the status. Now, my thing was, like I said, when I got cheated on and shit, I was like, yo, I'm better than this nigga. Was I? I was losing my essence to gain status, and I thought that I was still better than this man. Nigga, that's why she cheated. She found essence, bro. She found the essence that made her fall for you. The essence that you were slowly changing. Because, oh, her dad wasn't like this. She don't like her daddy, nigga. That's why she fucking with you, because you's a hood nigga. You just reforming yourself at this particular point. Until it was all said and done, it's like, oh, your essence was always taking care of me and always doing this, that, and the third. But my status wasn't what you wanted. Because now, another side of that is status. It sheds light on mediocrity. There's a lot of motherfuckers right now that are comparing their statuses to them. Like, yo, it's motherfuckers right now that it's like, yo, I fucks with your essence, but you think I fucks with your essence, but you think you ain't got enough status for me. I don't give a fuck about your status, my nigga. Like, that shit's trash to me because I've evolved beyond status. Because I realized that when we look at these relationships, like our first love is based off of status. Our second love is supposed to be based off of essence, but they never teach us to develop our essence. So we don't find that second love. We just keep chasing the status again. So we go from person to person. This person was a narcissist. You're a narcissist too, bro. We're all narcissists, bro. Until we unplug from this shit, we'll not be narcissists. Like, we'll always be narcissistic people, bro. Because of our status. We didn't work that hard to not be narcissistic. We justify the shit, though. It's like, nah, I put in the work. Yes, to be fucking narcissistic. It's okay. The moment you stop trying to look at it as a negative thing and look at it as a result, look at it as an effect of a cause, then you can start to work on the shit. But if somebody says, yo, you're narcissistic, I'm not narcissistic. I had a narcissistic ex that did that. No. The reason why you had a narcissistic ex because you're narcissistic. And you got together based off of status. The problem with the status reality, and this is the metaphor, this was the actual dream. Now I can finally get into it. The problem with the status is that everybody's status isn't equivalent to the value. I'm going to say that again. Everybody's status isn't equivalent to their value, but they think because they have a particular status that it automatically translates to a specific value. Even these high value men, nigga, you still ain't got the status to be talking like you talking. But because of what status you have, you feel like you can talk certain shit. So we've all went to Chuck E. Cheese. We've all been to Chuck E. Cheese. You have different prizes. You have prizes for 200 tickets. You have prizes for 10,000 tickets. You feel me? It is what it is. Right? To a motherfucker who only can get 2,200 tickets out of all of the games, the maximum prize that they can get is 200 tickets. I mean, a 200 ticket prize. You feel me? Which is usually probably what? One of those little sticky hands and shit. You know, y'all know I'm talking about, a little stringy when you throw that bitch and it hit the wall and you just pull it off. Like, okay, that's what you can get. Or you can get your little pencils and erasers, the little 5 ticket joints and shit. Like, you can get a plethora of those. Right? Now, because you've only earned 200 tickets, let's say 200 tickets is the maximum you've ever learned, you ever earned. Now, because you've only earned the 200 tickets, you feel like that's a maximum amount of tickets. It's like when children, you ever heard a child count? You tell a child, you tell a child. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stick to this because Chuck E. Cheese metaphor works so good. This is a part of the dream anyway. So the Chuck E. Cheese metaphor, like kids, if you tell a kid 50, they think that's a lot. You give a kid $100, they'll, I got $100. You give an adult $100, they might get mad at you. I can't do shit with $100. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm using that to tie into this metaphor. Because now, the motherfucker who wins 200 tickets, let's say any other time I won tickets, I only got 13, I only got 14, I got 200 now. I'm going to go get the 200 ticket prize. But while I'm getting the 200 ticket prize, I'm looking at a prize that is 10,000 tickets. And I'm talking to this motherfucker like, yo, give me the 200, give me the 10,000. No, you can't. You haven't put in enough work for that. You haven't put in enough work for that. You feel me? And yes, right now, this is the men's side. So I want to get that out of the way before I go to women, because you're talking about women. But no, you got the 200 tickets. That's all you got. Now, what does this entail? With 200 tickets, what was you playing? Whack-a-mole, nigga. You spent 3 hours on whack-a-mole and you've been saving these tickets, and all you got is 200. Nigga. What? But that sticky hand works for you. Or, which is the highest thing, with that sticky hand that you got, or you could break that down. You can get 200 ticket things. Or, you feel me? You can get 450 ticket things, 825 ticket things. It depends on how you want to break it down. You feel what I'm saying? But you're not going over 200 tickets. You can't. Your prizes cannot go over 200 tickets because all you got is 200 motherfucking tickets. You can admire the 10,000 ticket prize all you want to. All you want to. But it ain't nothing you can get now. That 200 ticket prize, guess what? It's still a motherfucking prize. And when that 200 ticket prize was created, that 200 ticket prize was the best of the 200 prizes. You feel what I'm saying? The best of the 200 prizes. It stands above the other 200 ticket prizes. Matter of fact, it stands above 100 ticket prizes. It stands over 50 ticket prizes. And it's like, yo, I'm a 200 motherfucking ticket prize. But I feel like you should give me 10,000 tickets for this. For my 200 ticket prize. Huh? Okay. All right. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. The 200 ticket prize is it should be valued at 10K. Why? Because I said it's 10K. You're a sticky hand, my nigga. Like, what else are you gonna do? I'm gonna throw you on the wall a couple times and pull you off, laugh with my friends. I might throw it at a girl butt in school or some shit, pull it off, and then I might lose you. Or I'm gonna break down and get like 12 of these little fucking erasers and shit that don't really erase shit, just rip through the paper. You feel me? That's the 200 ticket level prize. Right? Now we had the 10,000 ticket level prizes. Right? The motherfucker who earns 10,000 tickets, this motherfucker here, he done built him a skee ball setup at home. A skee ball setup at home. He knows how to flick his wrist a certain way. He's been doing this shit for so long that every day he puts in the work. He trains for 3 days. He trains for 3 hours every day so he can hit the $1,000 point spot every time he plays. He's not just going to the skee ball thing to throw it and say, ha ha, and then it come back down and only give him 50 at a time. No, he plays this motherfucker. So he's going to play this motherfucker so well that he's going to get 1,000 points every time. So much so that every time he scores it, he can get that extra roll. That's how good he is. That's how much he puts in, or she. That's how much he goes. So now, in addition to that, the person, they're playing the skee ball. That's the only game they play when they go. When they go into Chuck E. Cheese, that's the only game they play. The motherfucker who get the 200 tickets, this motherfucker gonna go to whack-a-mole. This motherfucker gonna get in the ball pit. This motherfucker gonna go eat some pizza or whatever the case may be. This motherfucker gonna do all of this shit. Not the 10,000 ticket motherfucker. He goes in, this motherfucker puts $100 on tokens and says, let's go. And go straight to the ticket thing. And every time he plays, he only gets 1,500 tickets at a time. I'm coming back every week because I want 10,000 tickets. Yeah, you earned 1,500 tickets. What are you going to get? Nothing. I'll be back next week. I'm still working on what I want. Now, the weeks go by, the motherfucker gets the 10,000 tickets. And now, the motherfucker that wants the 10,000 tickets, it's a reason why he wanted those 10,000 tickets. You feel what I'm saying? Because he wanted that 10,000 ticket prize. Excuse me. He wanted that 10,000 ticket prize. Now, you seen the work that he just put in. You feel me? Seen the work that he just put in. This motherfucker has a skee ball rack at his motherfucking crib. He's willing to put $100 up for tokens every time he goes into this motherfucker. He's 8. I don't know where the fuck he getting $100 from. I don't care. Maybe getting it from his parents. The metaphor is the metaphor. Shut the fuck up. He's putting in $100 in this motherfucker to go play skee ball to get his 10,000 tickets. In addition to those 10,000 tickets, he plays the piano. He's been learning the piano. He's been learning the chords. He's been learning how to finger the we're adults. Damn it. He's 8. All right, y'all. He's been learning the fingerings of the piano. You feel me? Learning the scales, learning the chords, learning the sharps, learning the flats, treble. Like, he's learning everything about the piano. But he ain't got no motherfucking piano. But when he goes to Chuck E. Cheese, he sees that the 10,000 ticket price is a fucking Casio piano with 81 keys. Granted, I know, nigga, I ain't never seen no motherfucking piano with no damn Chuck E. Cheese for 10,000 tickets. I know. Fuck with the metaphor, damn it. I'm being dramatic. Anyway, motherfucker, shit. Anyway, so he's like, yo, I'm learning how to play the piano. I'm learning about velocities. I'm learning about all of this shit, right? Now, the 10,000 ticket prize is a Casio piano, 81 keys with the velocity sensitive shit, with the motherfucking sampling, microphone sampling, where you can feed your voice into the motherfucking, you can play it in the piano and shit, USB MIDI hit hookup where you can connect it to a digital audio workstation and shit. Got the visual display screen, and they got a beat map on the motherfucker that hits your kips, claps, and snares and shit like that. Has a template sound bank of over 100 different sounds, 100 different settings that you can link directly into your digital audio workstation and shit. 10,000 motherfucking tickets. It comes with a stand. You can stand that bitch up with the 81 keys. You can run through whatever tone you want. Within that, you can even put your piano and make it sound like a guitar, make it sound like certain things, synthesizers and all of these different things. It comes with over 1,000 different functions, and this motherfucker has a sleek design and all of the shit to it. 10,000 motherfucking tickets. Intricacy went into that motherfucker to make the value more than what it was. You feel what I'm saying? He don't want that little fucking keyboard that every time you hit the tone is no, he wants the motherfucker that can put the fur release to. That he can hit the velocity notes and the chords and strings and run through this motherfucker. He wants to be able to do that shit with the motherfucker. So in addition to him being able to play skee ball, he has another skill set that he's now collaborating with the need for this motherfucking 10,000 ticket prize. Now, to be valued at 10,000 tickets, this motherfucking prize had to go through the ringer. Had to get electrically wired. You feel what I'm saying? It had to get sound banks and all this. There's a lot of shit that went in to this motherfucking prize. A lot of shit that went into this motherfucking prize. You feel what I'm saying? So he goes and he gets this motherfucking prize. Now, on his way to the prize, someone asks, don't you want the sticky hand? Fuck, I want the sticky hand for. The fuck? That's only 200 tickets. I know you got over 10,000 tickets. Fuck do I want a sticky hand for? The fuck is it gonna do for me? I'm gonna throw the bitch on the wall. I'm gonna throw it on a couple asses and shit. That's it. I'm gonna lose the bitch. I'm gonna use this motherfucking 10,000 ticket joint for this piano. I'm bringing it home, bro, and I get to play this shit. I'm playing this shit forever. I'm going to get better at my craft. I don't even know how. I know all of the theory of playing. Now I'm going to get the experience of actually playing the shit. Now, this very prize provides me the opportunity to expand my experience. You feel what I'm saying? It gives me the opportunity to expand my experience. So as I'm expanding my experience, you feel me? Now we mesh together. Why the fuck? Well, you can buy 200 sticky hands. I don't give a fuck about these fucking sticky hands. But sticky hands need to be bought. Now, the sticky hands have a personality. Why are you overlooking sticky hands? Do you know what we can do for you? I don't give a fuck what you can do for me. I got 10,000 tickets. You're irrelevant to me. Now, the motherfucker with only 200 tickets is like, I want the fucking piano. Dude, you don't even know how to play the shit. You didn't even practice skee ball. The fuck? You're gonna go play whack-a-mole again. Shut up with your 200 tickets. And this the dating pool. This the dating pool based off of status. Motherfuckers be having the essence of a 200 ticket prize and a 200 ticket recipient. But they address themselves with 10,000 ticket matters. You feel what I'm saying? And there's no boundary for it because everybody's hyping each other up. Everybody's saying, oh yeah, you a prize. You're a 200 ticket prize. Do you know how easy it is to make a fucking sticky hand? The fuck? It's nowhere near what it takes to actually create a piano. So now when people build their status, oh yeah, you're a prize worth 200 tickets. Okay, cool. 200 tickets is a lot too, motherfucker. Only got 200 tickets. But when a motherfucker got 10,000 tickets, that 200 tickets don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? But somebody's convincing the 200 ticket prize that it's worth more than 200 tickets because why? It says it's worth more than 200 tickets. Not because it has the intricacies and the inner wirings of a fucking piano, but because it says I should be worth 200 tickets, 10,000 tickets. You're a sticky hand. Same side. You should be able to afford the 10,000 ticket. You only have 200 tickets. I only got 200 tickets, but you can afford the 10,000 tickets. It has to devalue itself. No. If you earn the 10,000 tickets or you leave the shit the fuck alone. This is what these conversations are about. This is what the fuck the prize shit is about. Motherfuckers with only 200 fucking tickets complaining that they can't buy a fucking 10,000 ticket 10,000 ticket piano. Motherfuckers only valued at 200 tickets mad that a motherfucker with 10,000 tickets would not spend on them. You can buy multiple of me. I don't give a that's the point. I don't even want the one. You feel me? I had a goal, a vision, and an objective that I needed to complete. I needed this piano so I can improve my piano playing skills. So I worked towards what was necessary for me to have that. This nigga just wanted a sticky hand, bro. Now, to the other point of that, now let's look at the other side. This is where the narcissism comes in. Because the motherfuckers that are 10,000 tickets, the prizes that are 10,000 tickets, they allow the 200 ticket person to purchase them for 200 tickets. And they get mad when they only get 3 notes played. Dun, 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 dun. They don't get the fur release played on them. They don't get to draw the fur release out of a motherfucker. They get a DJ Mustard beat. This is no shame to no shade to DJ Mustard. He was a great producer in his era, but he only used 3 notes. Look at some of his most iconic songs. Rack City. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. You feel me? Act Right with Yo Gotti. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. You see what I'm saying? Mustard on a beat, ho. 2 Chainz. I'm different. Ding, 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 ding. This metaphor is beautiful, bro. But anyway, you feel me? That's who gets the 10. Like, again, this is not a shot towards DJ Mustard. This is a point of the metaphor, an example of the metaphor. So now you put the 200 tickets in and you get the 10K, and now the 10K is like, oh, you're not even using me to my full capabilities. You're not sampling. You're not going through different you're using 3 fucking notes. The same 3 fucking notes. The fuck? You're not using the velocities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not setting tempos. You're not doing any of that. You feel me? And now, this person or this 10,000 ticket prize is now upset. Is now upset that the 200 ticket recipient didn't put more effort into it. The fuck you mean? Ain't nobody tell you to set a piano for fucking 200 tickets. That's your dumbass fault. The fuck? That's your dumbass fault because you worried about the status of what it is as opposed to the value, knowing that I should not be fucking with nobody who can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, you do. And then now, when that person fucks you, that person was a narcissist. See, we both narcissists, and both are narcissists in the situation because the 200 ticket motherfucker feels like, oh, I should have that piano. Then you get it and you only play three fucking notes. You play 3 fucking notes. That's it. And then you only use the piano for a week and it gets dusty. Just to say, hey, I bought that 10,000 ticket piano for only 200 tickets. Wow. But let's not forget, let's look at the other side. Because then you do have the 10,000 ticket motherfuckers who decide, you know what? I do kind of like that sticky hand. I'm about 20 of the motherfuckers, yo. I'm about 20 of the motherfuckers. Matter of fact, 50 of the motherfuckers. And I'm going to play with them all. Now, these 200 ticket prizes are like, wait a minute, you was only supposed to buy one. No, I was supposed to buy as many as I can afford. Now I'm gonna play with this one. Oh shit, I ripped the tail off of this one. Okay, I got more. Oh shit, I cut a finger off of this one. I got more. Now the prizes are getting fucked up. They're like, damn, you're not even using me. Like I done got stuck underneath the car seat and shit. I got lint and shit rolled up all over me and shit. I'm not even the same color no more. But I'm still the 200 ticket prize. You bought more of me. What did I contribute to this? What was I gonna contribute to this other than being a motherfucking sticky hand? Feel what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna try to the metaphor is done. Now let me bring it back to motherfucking reality. This is what the prize shit is about. This is what this competition is about. Motherfuckers elevating themselves to a status with no substance. And then motherfuckers overvaluing the substance that they don't have because of the status that they've accumulated. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying humans are worth 200 tickets or 10,000 tickets. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying humans are so much more than that, and they price their tickets, their prizes according to their value. Motherfuckers don't have the value, and they're demanding the prizes. All you keep hearing is get into the markets, but do you trade or do you invest? Should you do stocks, forex, crypto, or NFTs? My personal answer is not a single one if you don't know how to read a chart. Without knowing how to read a chart, you end up giving all your money to those who do. Do you know what a candle is? Do you know the pocket of activity? Do you know the difference between market direction and market control? If you answer no at least once, you might want to learn how to read a chart first. Learning how to read a chart will let you know if you should trade or invest and if you should do stocks, forex, crypto, and or NFTs. It will also let you know if this is even for you or not. So visit IamJustSeen.com to learn how to read charts with my Mastering the Market course, ebooks, and webinars today. The world is changing. The question is, will you adapt with it? The 200 ticket motherfuckers, those are the biggest motherfuckers that are talking right now. I'm worth 200 tickets, but I want somebody to pay 10,000 tickets for me. Why? That doesn't make sense. See, we logically wouldn't do that shit in real time. When we put shit on in more realistic terms, we know it don't make sense. We know it's not sound. It's insane when you really think about it. Wow, I'm really gonna pay 10,000 tickets for a sticky hand. Sit with that. Or the other side of that. It's insane to think, yo, I really want to buy this 10,000 ticket priced prize for 200 tickets. And I'm adamant about the fact that I should have it. I should have this prize. Like, this prize can't be worth that much. It can't be worth what I've made. It cannot extend beyond the status I've achieved. Sit with that. On the other side of that, the status I've achieved deserves somebody else's effort, a greater level of effort. So now, putting it back in, you're a sticky hand. This motherfucking sticky hand wants to be bought by the motherfucker who intentionally won 10,000 tickets to get this piano. Sticky hand. This 200 ticket recipient wants to buy the piano that was intentionally created to be valued at 10,000 tickets. And you wonder why the motherfucker only played 3 notes on the bitch. Do you see the separation? You see what I mean? The person who actually earned the 10,000 tickets was the person who developed their essence. And their essence knew what the value of what they needed was. You feel what I mean? The prize that is valued at 10,000 tickets was created in the context of something that is going to value it is going to purchase it. So when we look at the dating pool, when we look at the reality of what the fuck we're actually dealing with, everybody's the prize but nobody's developing themselves to be valued by the person who's supposed to achieve the prize. Why? Because society has made us focus solely on our status and not our essence. So as we focus solely on our status, you feel what I'm saying? If something does not cross the status the way we want to, we can now reduce ourselves and go down to something that can we can hype up to make it feel more important. You feel what I'm saying? Because now, let's look at the piano example. You have a piano that's built to have the fur release played on it. Now, you have something else that you have another one of those little makeshift pianos that the fur release can be played on. But that piano wants to be purchased by somebody who can play the fur release. And I know it seems like I'm being transactional using purchase and shit, but this is how we got to look at it because this is the society that we're in. You feel what I'm saying? We are literally in the society that crafts this. So now when this person can play the fur release and now it needs the 81 keys and you only have 25, this piano only has 25 keys. And now it's like, why'd you leave me alone? Why don't you play me anymore? I need more than 25 keys. You just don't know how to, you can't get mad at that. You don't have the essence for the status that is required. Vice versa. Why the fuck do you got 81 keys? You doing too much. Like, why can't you play all 81 keys? I can play 3 notes. What 3 notes? I don't even know what 3 notes. I just know it goes ding, 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 ding. That's 4, but you feel me? Y'all see where I'm going with this shit. I can play ding, 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 but I can't go through chords. I don't know what a chord is. I don't give a fuck about what a chord is. I wanted the piano because of my status. Because I actually earned something in Chuck E. Cheese today. I earned my 200 tickets. I don't give a fuck if it was just a whack-a-mole. And I should still be in the same league as the motherfucker who put in the work to earn 10,000 tickets because it's like, you were an earner, but you don't know what it took for me to actually earn this shit. I deserve, as a sticky hand, I deserve to be bought the same way that a piano is. For fucking what? You're made of silly putty. Kids are like, you're made in a science class for fucking 3rd graders with borax and fucking your GAC. Like you're a science experiment. You're not an artistic design. Now I know, saying this is so, no, this is the reality. Motherfuckers don't listen when you talk about it in real terms because everybody feels like they the prize. Everybody feels like they're upper echelonian. Everybody feels like that. No, everybody doesn't have the value that, everybody doesn't have the internal value or the essence that is equivalent to their fucking status. That's the point of all of this. And because of status, we'll overlook essence, or we'll see essence as too demanding. We'll see essence as an actual problem, and then we'll overlook our own essence. I know so many people that brag about their status. Oh, I'm so professional. I'm this, that, and the third. I like, yo, your status don't mean shit to me. My essence will make your light go out. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I don't mean that in a way that's condescending or attempting to break people down. Not at all. Not at all. But the reality is the motherfucking reality, homie. As long as you building off a status, you never gonna have your true essence. Because we build according to, I'm gonna get back to me one day. I'm gonna get back to me one day. And you never do. Now you're not even the same motherfucker, but now you're a whole status. They wonder why divorce rates are so fucking high. They made it this way. So now, sticking with the metaphor and all that I said, this is why relationships don't work. Because it's 2 motherfuckers coming together with these mentalities. And the lines are getting crossed because it's all about status. You feel me? As opposed to essence. You're not a 2,000 ticket. You're not a 10,000 ticket prize. Sorry. You're a 200 ticket prize who wants to decorate themselves as that because you're not even going through the intricacies to become a 10,000 ticket prize. You feel me? You're not a 10,000 ticket earner. You're a 200 ticket earner who feels that those 2 tickets should be inflated to 10,000 tickets. Nigga, no. And the lines are blurred. because of degrees, because of accolades, because of all of this shit. There's no more humanistic reality anymore. It's all computer based. Everything is transactional because of this. Because now, this is where the competition comes in. I need somebody who's on par with my status, so now we can approach the world in a different status. What? What? We do all of this shit to impress motherfuckers or to brag. Excuse me. Had to burp. But that's the real. This is all we're doing. We spending all of this time to impress people with our status. We spend so much time trying to impress people with our status that we are unable to enhance people with our essence. And the purpose of relationships, the true purpose of relationships, ship is for us to travel. Relation is to relate. We travel according to our relation, which is according to our essence. But we're traveling according to our status, which means what? At some point, we have to constantly maintain this because our status has to be a symbol to other shit. Because now when we come across another person's status, oh, you're better than me. This is why cheating happens. I say it all the time. I hope y'all listen to me when I say it this time. Niggas and motherfuckers, I was about to say niggas and bitches, but this extends beyond, the basic levels of society these days. Motherfuckers cheat because they're losing. You only cheat in competition when you are losing and you cannot win. Some people take their losses on the chin. Some people don't. Some people have to win. That's why they cheat. So when you ask, like, why are people cheating like narcissistic people? Because you don't fuck down, you fuck up. And again, this is an opportunity for a better status. This is an opportunity for a better status. This is really what it is. Now, when women cheat, oh, she's the prize. She's this, then the third. Sticky hands. A sticky hand validating themselves as a piano for cheating. Well, because of my status and because of what status I want, you were supposed to do all of this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. You're going to court me. You're going to date me. You got you feel me? You got to be courtable. You got to be dateable. You feel me? This is another reality. And this is a testament, ties into what it is. In addition to status, the status sets the prerequisite for all of this. The ultimate reason why relationships are so trash is because when you base it off of the reality of prizes, you have to accept being a reward. So everything now is reward driven. But here's the reality with the reward. So I'm glad I set the tone with the metaphor of Chuck E. Cheese and all this shit, because this right here is pretty much going to tie this thing home and bring it on in. When we consider how relationships are designed, hear me well, I'm going to say this first, but it's not a shot towards the sisters because it's the reality. Women don't know how to treat a man. Men don't know how to be treated by women. And the reason for this is because the societal standard based off status and the status standard in the competition is that women set expectations and they reward men who meet them. Men are rewarded for expectations they meet in relationships. And in that connection, status plays its part. This is where the problems come in. Because women don't know how to treat a man, they know how to reward him for meeting her expectations. You have sticky hands complaining. No, sticky hands giving the rewards out. Right? If you meet the expectations of a sticky hand, 200 tickets. It's not difficult. Right? On the other side of that, this is where the arrogance comes in, and this is where the egoism comes in of men. Because I should be rewarded because I met expectations. I don't give a fuck whose the expectations are. I met general expectations. You got to cook clean. You got to be able to protect and provide. That's why y'all got to be more definitive and specific with the shit that you want in life and stop using universal shit. A man got to protect. A man got to provide. Okay, so now when you tell a man that and he's able to do that, where's my reward? What? Since kids, we've been taught this. Since kids, we've already taught this. You feel me? But now as an adult, it now transitions into women set expectations and reward the men who can meet them. And men meet the expectations of the women whose rewards they want. It's not hard. You can put a man on a 90-day plan all he wants to. If my reward is your pussy, I'm going to meet the expectations till I get it. The fuck you mean? Now, this is another piece to that. Because, and again, once the expectations are met, the reward is the pussy. Now, this is where the problem comes in. Because, again, now it ties into the culture. Now it ties into the society of breeding. They create the status and the competition just so y'all can get together and have babies to feed the system, and you don't even see it. You miss it all the way through. Because it's the ultimate goal is sex. We are going to make you develop a status to make you connect to somebody that you can have sex with. Not only any kind of sex, raw sex, so you can produce a child. But your statuses are going to clash because there's no essence to come together to collaborate enough to make a child. Your statuses are coming together, and statuses don't raise babies. Statuses don't make babies. Statuses evoke their ego to make themselves feel good and aggrandize themselves according to what they have created or to what they have achieved. This is why motherfuckers put their jobs over their kids, because their status is more important than their essence. And this ain't just one motherfucker doing this shit. This is our society. My dad worked 12 hours at home, this, that, and the third, because I had to maintain the status. They gave me a promotion to the manager. They gave me a promotion here. Now I'm missing the essence of my family. Motherfuckers don't even see their baby's teeth fall out. Motherfuckers don't even see their baby's first steps. Motherfuckers don't even hear their baby's first words, but they status on point. And this is where the fucked up part about it is, because it's like the parent now has to say, the parent has to ask themselves, was it worth it? Was all of the shit that I had to put in with to gain this motherfucking status, was it worth leaving my kids? Was it worth missing my essence? Because that's what your children are, the essence of you. That's it. Now, if you're having kids for status, now you have to go and complete all this shit. Like, that's where the fucked up shit is. But like, this is why a lot of kids can't be themselves. Because the parent was never themselves. The parent was the motherfucking status, and now you got to honor the status, and we keep a cycle going. And now we creating relationships off this shit. It's easier for the government to raise your babies when you build off your status. Because I'm going to go because of my status, I can afford to put my baby in daycare. Because of my status, I'm going to send my kid to the best school. Because of my status, I'm going to drive this car. I'm going to do all of these things for my kid to do this, for my kid to be indoctrinated by the system that doesn't want them to do anything beyond be a status. You think you really got that much control? Nah, not until you tap into your essence. That's what they don't want you to do. So you don't do it. But yet you feel compelled, and you feel rewarded and justified with, I have status. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a dentist. I got 12 degrees. I got 4 bachelors. Bitch, I got 3 masters. I got 4 bachelors. I got 3 masters. I got 2 bachelor's degrees, motherfucker. I got a major. I double majored in my undergrad. And I got 4. I did that shit in 6 years. They go, oh, you want to talk about your status? Where's your mental health at? Fucked up, but that's okay, because I got status. Bitch, I got status. This status got me my credit score. This status got me this Benz. This status got me this status. Well, what about your essence? Because how are you maintaining that status? You're losing your mind trying to maintain that status. Again, as I said in the previous episode, keep good credit. I'm not saying anything about having negative credit. I'm talking about status. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about the conceptualization of status and how it develops the narcissist reality that creates the connections that we have with our relationships. We don't connect off of essence. We connect off of status. This is why sometimes it's hard for people to connect with genuine people, because they know they're all status. You be physically looking at, yo, that motherfucker bad as fuck. I like this motherfucker. Like, you feel me? But again, you like the status. And it's until you get to the essence and you're like, I'll talk to women Like, I mean, full out macking, yo. I'm shooting shots like a motherfucker because it's like, I like your essence. Yeah, you cute and all, but yo, I know you're a disciplined person. I know you structure. I see you go to the gym all the time. I see your gains. I see all of that shit. And yeah, your ass fat. I like it, but don't get me wrong. It's not that. You chose to go to the gym over getting the BBL when you could have. You feel me? You chose to tap into your essence and utilize your status. And I like your essence, but you so used to motherfuckers with status, you don't believe me. This is one of the reasons why the dating pool sucked for me, because I be really seeing motherfuckers. You feel me? I'm like, damn, yo, your essence is amazing. Like, I feel like I can't help but see anybody's essence because that's all I project off myself. You feel what I'm saying? Be your motherfucking self because I'm gonna be me. And it's like, damn, you think I'm just like the mother? You too smooth. You too comfortable. How you get so comfortable like that? Cause it's really my essence. I'm not leading with my status. I ain't leading with my status. I ain't gonna come to you and say, like, yo, I do this, I do that. Like, nah, bro, you gonna see. But then it becomes a point of intimidation as opposed to inspiration when you know the essence is there, as opposed to status. Because your status is going to be intimidating. Your essence is going to be inspirational. You feel what I'm saying? We were like, oh, you don't judge me. I really feel this, that, and the third. But see, this is where the lines cross. This was something that had to happen to me, but this is where the lines cross. Some people act like their essence is their status. Now, we talked about the people who elevate their essence to a level of status, but then there's some people who are delusional enough to believe that their status is their essence. Some motherfuckers really think they got far more importance than they really have because of the status that they achieve. And it's like, yo, you ain't there. I no longer say like, now with status, this is how you can know the difference between status and the essence. With status, motherfuckers will tell you you're not on their level. I stopped telling people that a long time ago. You ain't on my level. I'm like, yo, you're not in my stratosphere no more. You're not in my environment. That's okay. I'm not going to say I'm better or worse or you're better or worse to me. I can't say that, but you're not in the environment that I thrive. So I can't fuck with that. Now, here's the thing about it. When status starts to go out the window and they be like, yo, I thrive in your environment. I know you thrive in my environment. my environment is fruitful. I love it here. This is what I do. This is my environment. This is what it's supposed to be. Now that line crosses. Because now you knew that you were supposed to be developing this essence. I gave that up a long time ago. That's like this. Hey, ain't nobody tell you to give it up for some status that's making you miserable. Ain't nobody at all tell you to give it up for a status that's making you miserable. But you did. Why? Why? What was the purpose of giving up your status? I mean, giving up your essence to gain a status that now you've already locked in. Now, this is how it works. Because now for the next 40 years, yeah, I'm going to reward you for having a good job, being a good employee and shit, but your status dwindles every time. And then I'm going to convince you that you'll be able to use your essence when you're 60. When you retire. Yo, these motherfuckers literally just said that they up in the retirement age for 20-year-old voters. As if 65 wasn't already long enough. Nigga, what you gonna up it to 70? And they said, and this is what they said, because we anticipate that they're gonna be living longer. Nigga, we gonna get more slavery out, y'all. Yo, the wordplay is crazy, bro. The way in which they're able to talk certain shit and motherfucker just listen. That's amazing to me. I have to study that a little bit deeper because it's like, yo, you literally told these motherfuckers you can be enslaved longer. We're going to milk you for more money because you can live longer now. What? No, don't nobody want to do that. Ain't nobody trying to give up their essence for that long, but we give up our essence that long. Even deeper than that when it comes to our relationships. This is why motherfuckers be like, this is why when you get into relationships, you end up having to behave. One thing I can't do is behave. It's still women right now that I talked to 3, 4, 5 years ago who's like, yo, you still the same. I know, right? Go figure. You just waiting for the shoe to drop for what? Because you're used to motherfucking status just changing. I don't have to worry about my status changing because my essence leads. Now, when people fear that, oh, when you get to this particular status, you not gonna fuck with me no more. You have to pay attention to that. Now, that should be a red fucking flag. Because if you fear that I'm going to leave you alone when I reach a certain status, that means you're not planning to grow. You're comfortable in the status that you are right now. And a lot of times you find that with the women who think they're the prizes. This is why the dudes get mad at those women, because it's like, yo, you're not even worth all that. You really not even worth all that. And now these women, like, they getting this, you the prize, lady. Now, you might be. I'm not denying that. But because you're so used to being the prize when it comes to status, you're not willing to change or elevate yours. So rather than changing or elevating, you'll reduce down to a 200 ticket subscriber. Oh, nah, you demanding too much. Yeah, you damn right. If you're a 10,000 ticket piano and I've earned my 10,000 tickets, I'm playing everything about. Don't tell me I can't play in the G sharps. Don't tell me I can't play in the upper octaves of the don't tell me I can't play in the far right 81 keys at 81. Don't tell me I can't change the settings. Don't tell me what the fuck I can and can't do with what I've earned. Metaphorically, of course, it's not to enforce anything about what you owed or what you feel like you should have. But at the same time, when I've earned this, I should be able to have all of it. You feel what I'm saying? But now, when you're not based off of essence, you can't give all of it. You see what I'm saying? There's women right now that you're going to overlook because her essence isn't the status that you want, but that essence will allow you to open up and get all of the essence out of it. But that's the essence that you've earned. But because of the status that you achieve, you think that I need to be at this particular state. Now you can't play the whole piano. These motherfuckers got rules and shit. The fuck? Because at the end of the day, they're telling you, oh, you got to be Mozart to play me. Nigga, Mozart is going to fucking, no, I ain't going to say Mozart. I'm going to say Beethoven, because they said Beethoven has split hands or whatever the case may be. Beethoven is going to need a longer piano. Now you're what? See, these men just think that they're like, no, that's really how it boils down to. When you on status, you always want the next best thing. And you always feel there's something that's the next best thing, but you are not the next best thing. Because you're not developing your essence. Because if you was in your essence, you will be able to continue to enhance that, continue to develop that, and continue to better that, and then enhance yourself and get and invoke things with other essential realities, and then allow that essence to play out. How many times have, like, when those $200 ticket men actually get the 10,000 ticket, they can't do nothing with her, but get drained. The fuck. This is why it's like, yo, you gotta, they coming on talking about, yo, you gotta make six figures, and they don't even know how much it takes to make. They getting on all of these platforms and they're saying shit like, yo, I need a man who's gonna make six figures. You gotta make six figures. You gotta make six figures. How much is 6 figures a day? I don't know. What? Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what it takes to make a day, because now you have to look at it like that. Next time you in a conversation, my brothers, and she says she needs 6 figures, ask her how much it makes a day. Don't even ask her that. Just ask her how much is she willing, how much money does she spend a day? Oh, because I gotta spend at least this, that, and the third. That's a debt, bro. 6 figures is $274 a day. If she spends over 500, because I got to get my weave done, 500, my lace front, all of the shit. Like, nigga, you already up 1,000. You can't afford her. She can't even afford herself and don't know it. Now, mind you, she's not doing this shit every day. Maybe every 3 months or so. And even that, she wants the quality of the she wants the status of that, but she ain't paying for them shits. Them women they ain't buying them $100,000 weaves. They're stealing them. They got them. But now they got the illusion of status because it ain't no essence. Because when you got to steal the shit, you ain't really a 10,000 ticket prize. You feel what I'm saying? Same with the 10,000 ticket recipients who are scammers. I have no essence. I can't keep this. I don't know how to get this again. I don't have a system in place to make sure I don't lose this. You see what I'm saying? We looking at the wrong shit. And that's because of the way society plays out. It's all off the competition. And with the competition, it's like, it's based off of status. Motherfuckers only get with the people that they get with for the status of what people see. I wonder what people gonna think. I wonder what people gonna think. I wonder what people gonna think. My status is this. And now, when the essence eclipses status to a point where it fucks with people's mentality, like they can't fathom that. I'm starting to experience that myself. Because as an entrepreneur and what I've achieved, a lot of people telling me what I should be buying, I'm like, no, I want freedom, bro. 2024 is my year to just travel and do whatever I want to do. And I'm comfortable enough to be able to do that now. I'm getting in that space to be able to do that now. And everybody's like, yo, why ain't you, how you going to do this? See, that's the problem. You so worried about status. You don't even know how big the world is. You don't know how many things I already got in place where I can do whatever the fuck I want to do from wherever the fuck I want within the 48 states. I know I said 52, but the 50 states, the 48 land states, or whatever the case may be. Y'all know what it's called. 48 countries, continental. That's what it is. The 48 continental states. Whatever the fuck I want to do, wherever the fuck I want to go. That's the real power to me, because that's essence. Now, your status, I got this car, I got this house, I got this, that, and that. I don't need all of that. I have an essence to where my daily presence has now reached a different point. You see what I'm saying? I can be creative as I want to be, make my jam sessions, drop my shit. I can now pitch my shit over to TV and commercial to get my music in commercials and ads and shit like that. I've learned a different way to tap into my essence, because this has always been who I was. My status made me miserable. And in using my status to create relationships is what fucked me up. But then overlooking the fact that my status was why I was having unhealthy relationships. My status was why relationships was fucking up. Now looking at the world and seeing it, oh, it's because of status. It's women right now, they be like, oh, yo, you fumbled a good person, or da-da-da. Everybody talks about fumbling people. No. You are clashing statuses, and there's no essence involved in the motherfucker. That's why it only lasts 6-7 months, because you following celebrities that ain't got no fucking substance. How y'all keep saying these motherfuckers sell their soul to the devil, but they y'all relationship goals? What? Y'all need help. Y'all need Jesus, the black one and the white one. Y'all need whatever it is to get y'all mentalities right, if that's how y'all feel for real. Because you're worried about status and not the essence of the person. And when you create a relationship based off of status, it is eventually going to fall, because you have to maintain status. How you gonna maintain status if you can't inflate with inflation? And this is not a shot. This is not a drop for my inflate with inflation community, but this is the reality. How do you maintain status when you can't keep up with inflation? Something's gonna happen. Something's not gonna work right. You eventually gonna drop down in status. And what happens when you lose status? People start losing their shit. You feel me? When the times change and you're not keeping up with those times, you are going to lose your shit when you can't stay in the status. And that's what makes all of this shit so bad. Because now we like, what happened to the 40 and 50-year relationships? The women were not at work, therefore the women had no status. And because the women had no motherfucking status, there was no threat for them to find anything better. This is why the running joke was she got fucked by the milkman or the postman, because that was the only time somebody seen her ass. You feel me? They're like, yo, that baby look like the mailman, or that baby look like the postman and shit, because those were the only men who actually seen her. It's different now. Now women have status, the same status that men has, and now it makes it worse, because now we think, oh, why can't relationships last? Because of status. They're not supposed to last when you have status, because status is about competing. It's different. It fuels men when it's just us in that status space, because it's like, yo, I got the baddest wife. Your wife badder than you, nigga. Your wife got the bad bitch. Yo, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, how you expecting, like, dudes, and this is why dudes is like, yo, a woman can't make more than me because of status. I'm already not even competing in the game. I ain't got no essence. I ain't got no leg to stand up on. I am already not him. And now my girl make more money than me. I'm losing twice. My status now drops as a man because I ain't got no essence. You feel me? I used to say this shit all the time. I don't give a fuck if a woman make more money than me, because I'm going to put that shit in the markets anyway and flip it for both of us. The fuck you mean? I'm going to show her, like, y'all think about the wrong shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, when you don't have that essence, you don't develop the necessary skill sets. Are you focusing on the status? I can have a woman right now who's making more than me. I'm like, yo, I'm going to show you how to move it in the markets and we can multiply it. I mean, move it in the markets the right way. You ain't going to be waiting no 4 or 5 years for this return. I'm going to show you how to flip this shit quick. And it's really going to be flipping it. It's not going to be, I'm going to turn 10. Like, no, I have the whole methodology and science behind the shit. So that shit don't intimidate me. Why? Because I can present essence to the situation, not status. I'm not mad. Oh, she makes this, that, and the third. Who the fuck cares? Can your essences coincide? Can your essences coincide, or are they going to be eclipsed by your motherfucking statuses? Like, seriously, ask that question. Because as long as we're refusing to ask that question, refusing to answer it, we're going to miss out on a lot, homie. We're going to miss out on a whole motherfucking lot, because what ends up happening, and it's sad to say, but what ends up happening is that we end up the hamster on the wheel, always looking for the next thing. I know women right now that are still dating. They've been dating for the last 5 years, and I get it. A lot of people, well, she can't find somebody to match her status. And a lot of women have put themselves in the positions to have such an abundant status that nobody can meet it. Tying it back to the expectations and the rewards, because the way the program is set, women reward men for the expectations that they meet. Men are rewarded for meeting expectations. It's that simple, my nigga. It's legit that simple, homie. But it's that difficult to comprehend, because it's like, how do we get here? And why don't we know that we're here? That's the real question. Because everybody keeps talking about, oh, my status, not realizing this. You're not your status. And as you keep developing your status and you keep getting further and further away from your essence, all you're going to do is continue to create the cycle loop that is going to keep us single from forever. You feel me? We went from having 40-year relationships to relationships that can't last 3 months. Relationships that can't get out the talking phase, because everything is about the comparison and the competition to the status that I've obtained. Another talking phase on what you're doing me to death. That's all I can do, because I need to know what your status is. All you're going to show me is your status, because you have no essence to connect with me. That's it. I be trying to connect with women on the essential level and shit. And it's like, it gets to the point where it's like, yo, so what you, I'm about to write this song, or I'm about to do this, then the third. It's like, oh, damn. It's like, yo, that's it. Like, you feel me? So what you about to do? Oh, I got to do this, and I got this project. Okay, good. This and that. Where are you at? Where are you in all of that? You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to the status shit, you got to start asking yourself, where are you in all of what you do? Really sit with that. So many of us don't know where we are within the shit. You feel me? And we lost. And we lost as fuck. But we got motherfucking status. And don't forget to check out Palacafe Clothing, formerly Just Scenes merch. Get all of your intricate designs crafted specifically for the melanated being to develop a positive imagery within self, and to have a little bit of fun in the process. From the peace, love, knowledge, and freedom to the dead horses and water designs, all the styles are crafted for the imagery to make you feel as you're supposed to feel. Because as I always say, the best way to fit in is to stand out. And what better way to stand out than with your exclusive styles from Palacafe Clothing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Yeah, that's why relationships don't work, because of prizes and shit. Motherfuckers want to be the prize because everybody's based off status. Ain't nobody got no essence no more. And now social media don't give you no social. Now you have to compete with the statuses on social media, and them motherfuckers ain't even real. Relationship goals, Turks and Caicos, and all this shit. I need a man who's gonna be able to take this, down the third. Everything is about status that you don't have. People be thinking about trying to keeping up. No, it's about status. It's about status. And the people you follow, you feel like you should have the same status or greater status than they do. You feel what I'm saying? And the followers that we have, we try to show them what our status is. This is one of the reasons, if y'all been fucking with me for this long, one of the reasons why I base all of my shit off my essence, bro. I don't want y'all to feel like y'all got to do anything that I do. I don't want y'all to feel like, I want y'all to see what it's like to be the best version of your motherfucking self, the fullest version of your motherfucking self, and the version of yourself that is able to function how it wants to function. I don't want y'all to do what I do. I don't want y'all to see what I do. Now, if what I do inspires you, cool, pay me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be in a situation to tell you, oh, yo, you ain't shit. You ain't shit because you ain't what I do. Your status ain't what mine is. I want you to let you know that your essence ain't what mine is because you got your own unique essence, and I think it's dope. And I'm gonna show you how dope I feel mine is, and I'm gonna show you it all the time. And I want you to feel comfortable showing your essence. I don't give a fuck about your status because your status can be taken away from you in a moment. In a moment. Then what you gonna do? Who the fuck are you when your status is gone? That's what you really got to ask yourself. When you get into a relationship, ask that person, fuck the essence. Yo, if you lost everything right now, who would you be? Narcissistic motherfucker, I ain't gonna lose everything. I'm solid. All right, nigga. All right. All right. Ask yourself, where does your essence show up? You feel me? We're all narcissists, bro. Start to come to terms with that shit. If you got status, you're a narcissist. Because that's the only way you obtain status. You feel what I'm saying? That's what this is. That's what the society is built on. The relationships are not meant to work because it's two narcissists coming together. When the woman was just in the home, it was the narcissist and the submissive woman. That worked. Two narcissists cannot coincide with each other. There has to be a greater narcissist. Now, the weaker narcissist is the one who's the victim, who's like, oh my gosh, they did me so dirty. You're a narcissist too. You're a narcissist too. All of these women have got exes that are narcissists. They were just on the B side of the chart. That's all. They narcissistic ex was the A side and they were the B side. That's it. My nigga, that's it. And now they're looking to be on the A side. That's it. Their status, because of their pain and their inability to heal, their status is, I got to be on the A side. Same with the dudes. They let you know, I'm not willing to be on the A side. But then you have the dudes who are already broken and they're willing to be on the A side because their spirit is broken. They're going to be on the B side. I need a man who's going to lead. I need a man who's going to this, that, and the third. You ain't even got the essence for that. Lead you where? Astray, nigga? The fuck? I always ask women that shit when they be like, yo, I need a man who's going to lead. Where you going? What you mean? Where you going? Wherever he take. So shut the fuck up. You don't even know where you going, where you going to be led to. Like, that's the problem because you don't have that. When you don't have the essence, you get into this reality that men have to lead. Lead you where? Only way I can lead you when you don't know where you going is into temptation, baby. And I'm good at leading you there. You feel me? Because you don't know where you going. You feel me? You want an artistic man that you're going to meet in a club. No, you don't even go where, you don't even frequent the places where you want someone to be. Because we have a status and then we have our essence clashing with each other. I can't be seen here. I can't be here. I can't do this. I can't do that. Why not? Because your essence is gone. You feel me? I'm a paradox. I'm dealing with women right now who are against religion on the inside. They don't think I know. They are coming to terms with the fact that they know their religion's a bullshit. And they meet me and they don't want to admit that shit. But their status won't let them be honest with the shit. You feel me? I know why you here. You want to see, you are on the fence and you ready to let this shit go and you want to see if it's doable. I know it's doable because you see me doing it. That's why you here. But it's okay. I ain't going to fight you on that shit because your status has to supersede. Now, that's where the battle comes in. Because you can't, your essence and your status, one has to take flight. Now, because you've been working on your status for so long, you won't let your essence take flight. And that's how we end up in these relationships. Both men and women, we don't have our essences leading the show. We only have our statuses leading the show, and we put in too much time for our status to do anything different. Driving ourselves insane, crazy with it. Oh, I got a wounded inner child. I got this, that, and the third. I got trauma. I got this. No, you're keeping up with a status that you can't fulfill. And now you've been doing it for so long, you burnt the fuck out. Stop playing. Be you. You can't, though, because you locked into so much shit. That's the bait and switch that got you. I own you. You have a job. You're educated. I own you. You cannot change who you are. You cannot fulfill your essence. You cannot leave that unless you unplug from this shit. Now, in order for you to unplug from this shit, you're going to have to take a sacrifice in order to change timelines. Which is something a lot of motherfuckers don't want to do. Because they can't. So now I want to tag team with a motherfucker who is of equal status and nowhere near equal essence. Because opposites attract. Stupid. Stupid. That's some status shit. That's just fill my voids. Fill the points where I don't have. That's status shit. When you have an essence, you already complete meeting with another complete motherfucker. This is the thing. The status shit, I shouldn't have a man who goes 50-50. He pays it all. The men, the status, I wish I would pay everything for a motherfucker just to get some pussy. Nigga, what? Why do you think all of the men keep saying the same shit? Yo, it's prostitution, whether you look at it, no matter how you looking at it, I'm paying for some pussy. I got to take you out. I got to court you. I got to do all this shit. And all you have to do is set expectations and decide if you're going to reward me. Why would I invest in that? My sisters, if you're listening at this far, why would I invest in that? Seriously. So you got to ask yourself, is the status far more important than the essence? Because your status is why you're single, men and women. If you really want a healthy relationship, you want to build with somebody, you're going to have to tap back into your essence. But the sad part is you let that motherfucker go for so long, you're just going to have to keep bouncing around to your status. You're going to have to find a motherfucker whose status works for you for as long as it can work. Feel me? And that's when shit getting scary. Because a lot of motherfuckers can't do that shit. Because we too old. I'm 33. Some of y'all older than me, some of y'all younger, but like, we don't have the luxury of stopping. It's not in this economy. Stopping and say, yo, I want to tap into my essence. You're going to have to really put in work. Now, if you're really putting in work to actually build that up and put your essence to where your status is, it's going to take some time. Those off days you have, those days when you ain't got shit to do, you got to put your essence to that shit. Now you have to go and find somebody who matches your essence. Your status will change almost overnight, but your status will elevate when you can put your essence into your status. And you can start to meet somebody who fuels your essence. Feel me? Like I said, I only fuck with women right now who tie into my essence. And I be like, damn, you cute. You're beautiful as fuck, but that's not why I like you. You caught my eye for something. Like I say this all the time. I mean this honestly. Like, bad bitches are not hard to get. I see bad bitches all the time. But what catches my eye is your discipline. What catches my eye is where my essence felt you at. I don't give a fuck how cute you looked when I saw you. What was your essence when I felt you? Like, where were we when my essence felt you? Was we in a library? Was we at an art gallery or some shit? Was we on a flight traveling? Like, what the fuck was happening when we ran into each other? Because that's where I'm looking at. I feel your essence. I like your discipline. I like your structure. I like the fact that you wake up and go to the gym despite what the fuck is happening outside. I like that shit. Yeah, you cute, but damn, that's not what's going, because I'm a disciplined motherfucker. Because I'm going to wake up crack of dawn with you. I may not work out at that point because I work out later in the day, but I'm going to be right up with you. AP like a motherfucker. Hey, yo, come on, man. Stop playing. Go work out. Because I know you going to tell me, hey, yo, stop playing, man. Go break this shit down. Go do what you need to do. Because of the energy of your essence is there. But because status has eclipsed so much within us, we just don't see the same no more. And that's what fucks everything up. But I'm going to go ahead and end it there because this motherfucking long as hell. Go kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables. And if you want to break the cycle, simple. Enhance the essence of your child. Focus on the essence of your child and not the status of the shit that you may have failed at. Or not the status that they got to maintain in society. They're going to have some status either way. If they maintain their essence, at least make sure they enjoy the shit. Don't be miserable like you if you're miserable, because I am, talking shit. But don't let them be miserable because they lose their essence solely chasing status. Fuck that. If your kid's weird in your eyes, find out how that essence is real for them. Motherfuckers catch lizards and shit. Don't shun it. Get that lizard out of my motherfucking house. Hey, let's figure out a way to contain these motherfuckers so they're not all over the house. Hold that. Don't you put it down. We're going to go get a jar so we can hood it in. So now we can create an environment. Why do you like lizards? What is it about this? Because you can motherfucking be dealing with a fucking paleontologist and you killed that shit because they caught a fucking lizard. You feel what I'm saying? Because they were weird. Nah, because they didn't follow a fucking status that you stuck in. That you afraid to do anything else other than. That's a form of cowardice. Don't put that on your babies. When they essence shows, let it show. And really improve that shit. And then when they go out and find relationships, they're not basing relationships off of status. I'm with you because I'm cute because we got money. No, we're with each other because you make my essence feel good. I always say this, and I'm going to say this on this last note. Stop worrying about who you can bring home to your parents and focus on who the fuck you can go home to. Because that's what the status is. Make sure our babies are well aware of that they can come home to the person and not just present outside with the person. You feel me? Because their essence got to be intact and it got to be greater than their status. But go ahead and kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables, and I'm going to see y'all all on the next one. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out.